Yeah. Play a little video here. Intro.
Look like a tombstone.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah. We're live right now.
Hi.
So, let's check our home button. Bring up our chat. We're live right now. And then, so down here, I muted that so it doesn't echo, so it doesn't repeat what we're saying.
Okay.
And down here, you can see how many people are watching.
Okay.
And then on the right-hand side, you got your chat. But you need to.
I need a mouse. I don't have a mouse.
Take a mouse. I'll use my pad over here. You can add chat, add websites, stuff like that, whatever you want. Kick people out because they're not being nice.
Can I kick you out?
No, they can't kick me out. I'm the king of the show. So, look at that. So we're gonna wait a couple minutes, guys. Let some people come in here, and then we'll get talking about what we're gonna talk about tonight. Sybil's here. Hey, Sybil. Haven't gotten the shirts yet. When I get them, I should be getting them this here next week. I'll be forwarding it to you. Pickers, how's it going? Kitty, how's it going? You can say hi too.
Hi.
There you go. Camera's right there.
I know. I was reading who's saying hi.
Patrick and wife. Hey Terry, how's it going?
I'm Megan.
Did you get your starts? Did you get your plants that we sent? We sent them on Saturday. So you should have got them on Monday. Yesterday.
Yesterday was also Monday.
Yes, it was. The boss is in here tonight, Tanya.
Yes, I am.
But ladies and gentlemen, boys and germs, this is my wife, Megan.
Hi.
And we got into a conversation the other day, and it's like, stop, we need to talk about this on a live stream. And she actually agreed to do it. So this is her first time live. She's never been live before on YouTube. So this is the first for her. So we got 9 watching so far. But if you have any questions, feel free to just type them on the chat. Megan's on standby. She's looking at the chat right now. Always Steve. How's it going, Steve? Donna
Sybil says they're not in sync with the picture.
Not in sync with the picture. It's going to happen like that. There's a slow connection. You're just going to have to deal with that. So, always Steve. Donna sent us that book. We're going to read it. We're looking forward to seeing it. And Megan saw that today. She was really happy to get that, and we're going to.
I figured I would read it because I saw the note about it being like a starter thing, and I am much more a starter than him, so I figured I could read it too.
Yes.
She said she got them yesterday, and when I finally got the box, it had about 100 ants in it. Sorry.
Well.
But they're all good and in my kitchen window.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
Be sure to plant those soon. Make sure they get plenty of water. They're really good looking too. I was really impressed with how well they did. And that's really the first time I've done starts with elderberry like that. And it turned out really well. I got to do a video on that. And you've got to do a video on it also. Doc Ferris is here.
No flag. I tried
flag.
to get him to hang it, but he said no.
I can hang it up if you want me to. But if you really want me to, but I'm not going to do that. So let me get the pictures up here.
I don't know where to look.
I don't know where to look. It's all right. Pictures. Bring them up here.
She said the ants were from it being on her porch.
Ah, so they're your ants. They're not my ants. Glad everybody's here. We got 10 people in the room. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about a few things. And first thing we're going to talk about is the eggs that we've been putting in our incubator. So we got 6 eggs roughly 23 days ago. And it takes how many days to incubate eggs, honey?
Why are you gonna ask me? I don't know. I just turn them when I'm told to.
It's okay. It's 21 days total. That 21-day mark has gone and it has passed.
And not a single egg hatched.
Not a single egg. Out of the 6 eggs, 1 was viable. One actually
Sort of.
had an embryo inside of it that was, alive. And then
Nothing.
Nothing. And so I will contact this lady and see if maybe she could send me some more at the price of shipping. She probably would. We'll find out. I'll let you know next week. So we did not get chicks. However,
we bought some.
For some reason, Tractor Supply was doing chick days again. They normally only do it once a year. Now they're doing it twice a year. So we got 9 pullets. And what are pullets?
Female babies. I know that one.
Oh, there you go. So pullets are female chicks. At least, hopefully, they're all female. And so we got 9. Added with the 7 we have now, we'll make
16
birds. And we can barely keep up with giving away all the eggs that we get now. It'll be definitely interesting.
His solution is to get a freeze dryer. That's what he's pushing for now.
Yes. I want a freeze dryer. So bad. Yeah, but they take a lot of energy and they take a lot of commitment to do.
So I don't know what that means. So Megan pulled a Robin.
I guess. I don't know.
And I don't know.
Robin is Jason's.
Can you freeze eggs? It just seems weird.
You can freeze eggs. You could put them in ice cube trays. Like the individual egg.
I was thinking putting the actual egg on an ice cube tray, and I was like, what is the point of that?
Wow.
It's been a long day.
Wow. Yeah. But
and to answer that, we have no clue what kind they are. They're black.
They're black. They're dark. They're brown egg layers, and the brown eggs appear to be a lot bigger than the white eggs. At
least for the chickens we have now.
Yeah. So I think we'll be good. Doc Ferris says cook, then dehydrate.
True. We've done that. It actually, I was surprised how well it tasted when you made it up again.
Rehydrate. Yeah. Reconstitute.
Makes a pretty good frittata.
Frittata. It makes a pretty dense frittata.
Yeah.
So the reason why I asked Megan to come on tonight, go ahead.
No, she asked if you got the email with the link for the group. I told you about the link was for me.
Oh, I have not. I'll check through my email and look through it.
Robin bought chicks at Tractor Supply.
Oh no.
We've had good luck with them. That's where all of our chickens have come from since we started at our old house, and then we moved them up here. And I love my chickens.
Mm-hmm. They're great. They're
love
the best
them.
Pets ever.
I grew up in the city, so this country life is a new thing for me. But I love my chickens.
Yeah,
I just wish they wouldn't shit on the porch.
Yes, that's true. Of course, they openly graze and they go back to the coops at night. But yeah, chickens are good. So the reason why I asked Megan on was because we were having a conversation the other day. She talked to me and she said that. So
I was sitting outside smoking on our back porch and I heard geese. And then I saw them in the trees in their little V flying north. And I came inside and I said, "Hey, honey, guess what I just heard? Geese." And he looked at me like I had slapped his mother and was like, "No, you didn't." And I'm like,
Were they flying north or were they flying south?
They were flying that way, which is north-ish.
Okay.
They're not going south this time of year, honey.
Okay. You go south for the winter and north for the summer.
Did you know that?
Yes, they do.
Okay, whatever. They were... No, shut up.
They do. Geese fly north in the summertime. South in the summer. In the winter.
They fly both directions in the summertime.
South
Either way, there were geese in our airspace, and he flipped the hell out.
Yeah, I flipped out because it's just an indicator of the changing times and the changing weather patterns that are going on. This last winter was quite interesting for us, and so we live on a little bit of 2.5 acres around there. We live in a log cabin, literal. That's why all the wood behind us, obviously. What are you hitting me for?
She told me to.
Why?
To keep you in line.
Tanya, you can't do that, girlfriend. All right? I know you. But We live in a log cabin on 2.5 acres, and we solely rely upon electricity. We do have a wood stove, but wintertime was very interesting this last year.
Yeah, we had a lot of problems with our water freezing because the way our property is set up is that we're on a well, and it is quite a distance from the house, and so it does have its own like electricity pole and meter and everything. So there are outlets out there, and so we can run like a little heater or do what we need to. However, we have not yet built a a shed or a structure around it like to help protect it.
So I'm gonna pump the brakes here real quick, and what we did was we started having a conversation about this, and then literally immediately started going, okay, we need to make a list of all the things we need to get done around the house. And so I'm gonna put some pictures on here real quick. I'm taking my mouse back.
You said you could use the pad.
I know, but it's so far away, all the way over here.
You have a lightning bug on your desk.
Yes, I do. So that is a lightning bug, huh? Don't look at me like that.
I don't want to kill it.
So here are the baby chicks, and it's doing that flash thing again.
I gave him magic mushrooms for dinner.
Stop. Try this again. That's better. So here's the chicks.
Disco chicks.
There's a delay. So when you see that on there, it was like 20
I've never
seconds
done
ago.
this before, y'all. I'm learning.
So here's the chicks that we got there. The light went out on it. We had a brooder. So we ended up using one of these outdoor light sockets, and that worked out pretty well. And so the next one, okay, so this is outside. This is at our cutoff valve outside of our house. And so one of the things we need to do this winter is check this cutout valve. And I'm going to give you a little zoomer closer. Hopefully. Next. There we go. So if you take a look at this valve and you can look on the top, you can see here there's tape wrapped around it. And then down here, there's a gap right here. So this pipe has been swelling and freezing and contracting, swelling,
expanding
and contracting. There we go.
Words.
And so this has been mended on several occasions because it's dripping. And so one of the things I've got to do is actually dig this up, and you can see how, okay, it's only 6 inches, not even that below the ground line.
Yeah, it's not far at all.
Down here in North Carolina, we really don't have a frost line, but because of it stopped down here. Because of the weather we had last winter.
Yeah, we were below 0, or below 32 as a high for like a record straight. I want to say it was like 8 to 10 days or something.
Almost 2 weeks.
Which is for around here is unheard of.
Yeah, being in North Carolina, we have a heat pump. And a heat pump below 30 degrees does not work.
No.
Our
house was so cold. We had to sleep in the living room with the wood stove and hang blankets in the hallway to direct the heat into the kids' bedroom, which luckily enough is the first room down the hallway, but it was not ideal.
But it was fun. It was an experience.
Buy a pool noodle and cut a piece to put around it.
Yes, that's not a bad idea. But we stuffed the crap out of it with insulation, and that seemed to work. And
I'll look at what I'm typing.
Okay.
I can talk trash about you if I want to.
All right, talk trash. So what else? I mean, a lot of things. I mean, it snowed. How many times? 3 or 4 times?
I don't even remember.
I would say at least 4 times we had good snow. And the 7 years we've been here now, we've never had a winter like this.
Yeah. Then we're just worried that this year is going to be worse.
And
we want to be a little more prepared because especially out here, like what Pat said earlier, like everything that we have runs off electricity from the pump at, down at the well to even our stove. Like we don't even have gas unless we break out like the camping grill.
Right.
So as we're trying to I guess last winter was a little more eye-opening, and we're really worried about ice this year. And if we lose power, it's going to be a while before it comes back on because of where we live.
Yeah.
And so we want to try to just kind of get our ducks in a row beforehand instead of being like, oh crap, and being everybody else,
And we live far enough away from the road. We live probably, say, 400 feet away from the road, at least.
Yeah.
We got a decent driveway, but we have our own transformer and our own pole, electricity pole. Like if they were to cut the power off, they had to cut off on the pole next to the house. So there's this long wire going across, and there's trees crisscrossed the wire. So if anything freezes or breaks or falls over, we're gonna lose power, and who knows how long that would take to get back on.
Yeah, we looked at the ones that look like the fake rocks, and they are super expensive. And plus, the way our thing is, it's extremely high up.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. Like, I don't know if you have a picture of it.
The house is on a ledge, or not on a ledge. The house is high up.
It's called a hill.
Right, and it goes down, and there's a creek bed, and then it goes back up again, and that's where the pump is. And
I was talking about it literally being high off the ground. That those rocks, we'd have to get a super big one, and they're super expensive.
So if you don't have a well requires a pump inside the well. It requires the T-bar that goes into this big blue container, which contains the pressure of your water, which pushes the water to your house. And that's sitting on a 2-foot platform because the well actually sits above the ground. And so above that, it sits probably about 4 feet high.
It's taller than that with the tank on it, though.
Yeah, the tank probably 4 feet high.
Yeah.
At least.
So we're talking about building something to put around it.
Yeah, well, I got a picture of the tank.
I just asked if you... I'm going to smack him again.
Oh, Lord. I'm not paying attention, apparently. All right, let's see. Give me that. Don't give me that.
It's not new.
All right. So that's going to have to be fixed. That's going to be taken out and redone. So I got to dig that up and redo it. And maybe I'll make it lower. I don't know. So it's deeper. Get that next one. Okay, this is the tank right here.
It's sexy.
Oh,
we
yeah,
know.
It's hot. So the first thing we did when we got this up to keep it from freezing was we wrapped Christmas lights around it.
And don't judge. It worked.
It worked. It worked. And so here's the well itself. So it's sitting about 1.5 feet off the ground. This is the old well house right here that was around it. And when we got here, none of this was here. The well was there, but I had installed this brand new.
Somebody stole it.
Yeah, basically. And I'm surprised it has been attempted again.
I think they know I work where I work.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So you got this tank up here. This is the pressure tank that goes down, and then it goes off to the house. And so another thing down here is off the T-bar is this entrance right here. You see how it's jagged? It's curved right there. There's a small leak there that's going to have to get fixed as well. And those are the Christmas lights, the lovely Christmas lights.
That's a hot mess.
Yeah, it is a hot mess. So we got 2 leaking spots that need to be mended that we will do. That I just need to get around to it. But we're preparing now for winter time so this doesn't happen again. So we're going to get a house built around this, and we're probably just going to make a simple house.
This is where we disagree. I think it would be cool to use, we have 2.5 acres and so much of it is wooded, to create something with the wood that we have on our property. Mr. Anal Retentive to my left has decided that it won't be perfect enough and he needs to buy stuff to make it exact.
It won't be square enough to where it can be enclosed to where it'll stay warm enough.
We can make it work, honey.
What else? I don't see how.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah. So that's what we did when we first got here. We have our garden space, and all the poles in our garden were cut from timber on our property. She wants to do that house, and it'll never be flush. It'll never. No, it won't work.
You have so little faith.
Whatever. So we got to work on the pumps.
See, Terry says a good idea. We can save some money.
Terry.
Thank you.
Terry, I sent you plants.
Kitty says, listen to the woman. We're still working on that. 8 years married, still working on that one.
Kitty. See, now this is why I haven't had you on ever. You know, I've been online 2 years now, and never once. And she agrees to this. And we're trying to talk about stuff just to give me sass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is going on? So we got the exposed water well that needs to be fixed. We got the 2 leaks that need to be fixed at the cutoff switch. Another thing, wood.
Yes.
We do have a wood stove. I'm taking my mouse back.
Should I just go get mine? Is there somewhere to plug it into?
It's fine. Share screen. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the comments.
All right. So this is the wood underneath our house. This is one section underneath our front porch that does have some firewood left over. We went through probably about 2 cords of wood this last year.
Probably, yeah.
And that's our fireplace, our chimney. And that's our fireplace.
You couldn't take the stuff off of it before you took a picture of it?
It's just a picture. Come on. We're not using it. So this is an insert, and it's got 2 fans on the side. It's obviously a huge, huge box. And it puts out a lot of heat. But yeah, we're going to have to get firewood. We're going to have to, what else? What are we going to do? What do we need to plan for winter?
Lots and lots of alcohol.
No,
I was just kidding, but not really. I don't know. What you have the list?
Got the cutoff switch wood stove. We're gonna have to clean the wood stove out. We're gonna have to inspect the wood stove.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Did you tell them about the thingy you got off of Amazon to clean your own chimney?
The chimney brush.
Yeah.
Well, it's a chimney brush. All chimney brushes are like that.
Okay, so I grew up watching Mary Poppins. I thought you had to pay somebody to come out and sing and dance and clean your chimney. I had absolutely no clue that you could buy one online, hook a dog leash to one end of it, or a dog run tie out to one end and a dog run tie out to the other. Send your husband up on the roof, drop that thing in there, and floss the hell out of your own chimney. That was astounding to me.
Yep.
And very gross, because the stuff in there, the house had been empty for a while when we got it.
The house was built in '86, and so
82.
82.
That's what the box says. 82.
Okay, 82. And so that was the first one that had been cleaned out.
In quite a while.
We won't have to do that this year because we didn't use the wood stove all that often. What kind of comments are you getting over here?
Nothing.
Okay.
None of you. Damn. That's
okay.
what kind of comments I'm getting.
So we won't have to do that this year, but we will have to inspect, of course, the chimney just to make sure that it's good to go. And if it does need it, we'll do it. You do that by shining a flashlight down. You'll know if you got creosote inside your chimney. That's the black stuff. But
Thank you.
We've got to inspect the stove and check the bricks around the outside of it and everything like that.
We used it pretty heavily last year, and just, I mean, especially when our kind of heating AC unit thing that's outside the house stopped doing anything.
Right.
It was going pretty much 24/7, which going from like not using it ever to using it literally all the time, just to make sure it's okay. Plus, with having the kids and the animal in the house, you know, like we want to make sure that we're safe.
Well, the house is pretty drafty, so in the wintertime, because you can actually see through the walls.
Yeah, yay, log cabins.
Heating is the big issue, but I think the issue with the inspecting of the wood stove is the amount of heat we put out with it. I mean, we had some blasting furnace fires. I'm talking, we put that candle on top of it and it just melt.
Yeah.
It'd be boiling, and it just it was super hot. So we got to check the fire bricks inside, make sure they're not cracked or anything like that, and then check the fans, oil the fans.
Yeah.
Make them work, because
maybe put a new plug on them.
New plug, because it is an old plug.
Yeah, you can't see it in that picture.
No, you can't. But
We just talked about like our animals. You know, we've got the rabbit and the chickens and the dogs and the cats.
Yeah.
And more chickens and a child.
Well, that's what this space is for, right? This isn't white man space. This is a animal sanctuary.
I mean, just because there's gerbils in it right now, don't give me any attitude.
No, winter time.
Oh, well, also that. In the wintertime, we have 2 outdoor cats, Adolf and Munchie, and we bring them inside over the winter.
If it gets cold, if it gets below 40 degrees, I want to say 40.
Yeah.
30s. What?
Oh, if it was me, it's like 40. If it's him, it's
30.
Yeah.
If it gets below 30 degrees, anything that's outside is coming inside, or they're going to be shut up.
Yeah.
But
like we have heaters and stuff for the chickens.
We love our cats, our outdoor cats. So if it gets cold enough and they're sitting there at the door looking in, like, let me in,
we let them in.
We'll bring them in here and hook them up until the next day. We'll let them outside during the day and bring them back in.
Yeah, they have their own little space heater.
Yep.
So
in here, because this is the last room that receives ventilation heat, so it doesn't get so cold in here or so warm in here. So we'll use the space heater.
How are the bees?
Bees are doing good, Terry. I haven't done a video on them in a while, so we almost lost them, and I ended up going out on a 4-hour round trip to get one single queen, and we requeened the hive, and it's building itself back up. I'm not even bothering this year with trying to get any honey or anything like that. They're building their numbers back up, and they're expanding in the box. And they're getting to the point now to where I'm going to have to add another layer on top of them. So that's good.
I don't mess with the bees. Since we got together, I'm allergic to bee stings. I'm allergic. Apparently, this information just shot overhead, because when we finally got bees, I was like, I will help you if you absolutely need me to for like lifting power, but I'm allergic. And he looked at me like that was the first time I said it and goes, oh shit, you weren't kidding? So I don't do the bees.
I've never seen her have a reaction to anything.
Because I haven't gotten stung since we've been together, because I stay away from stinging things.
So how do you know you're allergic?
Because
Did your tongue swell up? Did you stop breathing? Did you go a couple convulsions?
I really want to pour this on your head right now.
Don't pour that on me. I got a full bottle over here. But so the wood stove. What else are we doing for?
I don't know. I keep trying to talk about like food and stuff, and you just keep kind of doing your thing.
Go for it.
I've tried.
Go. I'm waiting.
So one of the things that we talk about, because we have so many animals, and then Huxley, you know, like reliant on us, and the fact if we do lose power, like what are we gonna do for food, and like getting out the camp stove, stuff like that, making sure we have canisters for it, making sure like our bigger tank is full, so we can at least cook with that, so we're not eating like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day. You know, one of the things that I'm concerned with is, even if the well doesn't freeze, if we lose power, we don't have any water. And like we make sure that the bathrooms have like we buy kitty litter in like the big containers, and so we always make sure there's flush water available at all times. But beyond that, you know, what can we do now to kind of like defer the cost, so it's not like, oh shit, it's November and we need to spend all this money, like to kind of do it now. And you know, stuff like getting water to store, you know, like out in the shed or under the bed or, you know, wherever. So if and when the time comes, we have it available for us, for our animals, you know, for our child, you know, stuff like that.
So when it was January, February, I think it was January, when we had that spell of cold weather. It was like 2 weeks of straight cold, and we couldn't use our heat pump. Our heater wasn't working because it was too cold for it.
Yeah.
So it has this thing called heat strips, which if you ever looked into a toaster, that's exactly what it is. It's just heating the air that's going through these toaster strips.
It was not great. But I mean, everybody around here had that problem. Like, you couldn't find a heater in Walmart in like this section of the state,
right?
Because nobody was prepared for it. Nobody was used to it being so cold for so long around here that, you know, especially like luckily enough, we do have the wood stove. We do have alternative measures, but a lot of people don't. I mean, my coworkers don't, and they're sitting there piling on blankets and stuff. And getting electric bills that are, 3-4 times their normal.
Our power bill is like $380 that month, and we live in a small house.
Yeah.
And well, that's a tip right there. If you could prepare now, the heaters are going to be gone.
Buy a heater now.
Buy a heater now. That's smart. I mean, we talked about getting another one in here or in our room.
Yeah.
Just in case that happened. So if it ever comes to the point to where that heat pump goes out again, we can have heat in our room and not have to pay an arm and leg.
Or actually be able to find one.
So we talked about food. No, we talked about water. We talked about heat.
Yeah.
What other concerns do we have for winter time?
I don't know. What do you have written down?
Why does that?
This was like 2 days ago. I don't remember that. There's a lot that's going on.
Talked about the animals.
Yeah. New chickens.
Yeah.
What the hell does that say? Brown egg.
Yeah, brown eggs. We got brown egg layers. The brown eggs are bigger than.
It looks like brown egg lasers.
Yes, thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
So, getting wood, and I'm going to start talking about the wood part of this. And yeah,
so many comments I want to say.
Do you have wood?
Getting wood.
Getting wood. Wood. But anybody have any questions about what we talked about so far? Now's the time to do it because Megan's getting antsy.
I am not antsy. I've lasted half an hour, and I think I'm doing pretty damn good.
Okay.
Stop touching my mouse.
It's my mouse.
Use your touchpad.
Why do I have to use the touchpad?
Because you said you were going to.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Every day, y'all. Every day. This is my life.
All right, so I want to talk about wood and firewood, that is. Just to let you know, firewood. I'm going to get back down here. Screen share again. For some reason, it's not working. There we go. He's smiling. I see you.
He said I was doing really good.
Oh, thank you. Who said?
Not you.
Who's he?
Me. Old Ways, New Times.
Yeah. That's Old Ways, New Times. It's Donna. That's the author of the book. Old Ways Steve is her husband.
I kind of figured they were together.
Good job. All right, folks. So we're going to talk about wood today. Firewood specifically, getting firewood. This right here is 1 full cord of wood. And the dimensions of a full cord of wood is...
I know this, 4 by 4 by 8.
4 feet by 4 feet by 8. That's 4 feet wide, 4 feet tall, 8 feet in length. And so the reason why I want to talk about this is because more and more these days, people are getting ripped off on firewood, and they're spending way too much money on it. And so this right here is a picture of what cordwood or a full cord of wood looks like. And if this is genuine, this is actually a better cord of wood there. And you see how it's stacked. And I say it's better because this is actually longer than 4 feet in width and our length. Or, yeah, depth.
That would be depth.
There we go. And so, we get the next picture up here. I can get this going here. So this is what you don't want to buy. So this is crisscross wood. And if you're out there and you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're talking about, people come up and say, yeah, I'll get you a cord 4 by 4 by 8 of this wood. Or they come to your place and they stack it. They ask you if you want it stacked. And you say, yeah, and they start stacking it like this. This is crisscross wood. This is not the way wood should be stacked when you're getting wood at your homestead or your house or your place. This is specifically meant for drying wood. And drying wood, when you're aging wood, takes approximately how long, honey?
Why?
Minimum of 6 months, okay?
Okay. I was going to say a year.
See, this is the learning curve here. My wife is learning new things here. That's good.
Yay!
Yay. And so at least 6 months to age wood. You probably want it longer than that. But most people will chop their wood in the spring, early spring, and then they'll burn it in the winter, and it'll be good by.
Yeah, if we had thought that out, we would have got on that train. But Time gets away from you sometimes, and then it's like, holy crap, it's almost September.
I know.
So we'll be buying wood this year.
Again, yeah. And not like we don't have the wood on our property. It's just that's what this is here. So here's another ripoff. This has been around for a little while. It's something called a face cord. And people who don't know what a full cord is,
I don't know if they'll be able to know what that is.
will buy a face cord. So a face cord.
It's a little.
It's tiny. Give me my mouse back. Maybe we can expand this a little bit better. How about that? Is that better? So a face cord is what we see on the front of the full cord of wood there. It is 16 inches by 8 feet in length and then 4 feet tall. And some people think this is an actual cord, and they will pay full price for a full cord of wood for a face cord of wood. You don't want that. So now that that's been expanded, we'll go to the next one.
Or not.
Yeah. So properly stowing your wood, this is a great way to stow your wood if you're stowing it by your house and you're going to use it. You put cross stacks on either end, which will create a space in between to put your wood properly. Would you stop taking the mouse?
I need it to go in the text box. I will
Okay.
give it back.
All right. My bad.
If I can find it. Oh, there we are.
Thanks. All right. Don't look at me like that, okay?
They can't see the look I'm giving you.
No, they
I
can't.
can look at you however I want. I was in the middle of a sentence.
That's nice. I'm trying. I don't know what you're doing. I'm trying to get this thing to go.
I didn't do anything. I'm not even touching anything. You broke it.
I broke it, apparently.
But for real, he broke it.
But for real, I broke it. All right, we're back. Okay, I'm not even going to bother with the pictures anymore. So you don't want crisscross wood. Another thing they'll do to rip you off is they will give you short wood. And so a cord of wood is 4 by 4 by 8. So if you cut that in half, a piece of wood should be how many feet long?
I'm sorry. We were talking trash and I was not listening.
Oh, Lord. So a cord of wood is 4 by 4 by 8.
Yeah.
So that's 2 rows of wood.
So they'd be 2 foot apiece.
So they'd be 2 feet long a piece. And so another way they'll rip you off is to shorten your wood out there. And it'll be between 16 and 20 inches. And 4 inches.
Do we have a moisture meter?
A moisture meter.
I'm going to go with no. Lonely. I don't think we do.
No. Oh, it's a little 2-prong device that gives you the reading of how much moisture is inside your wood. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, lonely prepper, but I think it's what, 10% moisture? You want 10% moisture in your wood for your firewood? But they'll short stack your wood. They'll give you shorter wood than normal. And why do you keep staring at me?
Because I don't know where to look.
Look at the camera.
You look at someone when you're talking to them. I am listening intently, so I'm trying to look at you. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging. It's your first live stream.
I'm trying.
So, okay, so we've gone over what a true cord is. A fake cord is that fake cord wood. So they'll give you 2 rows of wood that's actually 3 feet in depth instead of 4 feet in depth. What else? Let's talk about the cost of wood. Now, cost.
I'm sorry. So
It's fine.
So we got really lucky last year, and a guy that he was getting rid of all. I guess he had like a wood chopping business, and he was getting rid of all of his wood, and basically just wanted to wholesale it. So we got super lucky.
Totally not what happened.
Yes, that's what you told me.
No. We had the hurricane go through last year, the year before last. And that was wood from the hurricane.
But you told me he was stopping his business.
He was stocked up.
Yeah.
And we got 2.5 cords. 2.5 cords of wood for what was that, 185 bucks, 175,
something like that. Yeah.
and a ridiculous price, 150 to 175.
And he delivered.
And he delivered it. And so I give him a pretty tip.
I'm gonna go beat our dogs.
Yeah, you go beat the dogs now, and I'll talk. Are you done?
No, I'll come back.
Okay. And so we got a pretty good price on it. And I called him up again. He's no longer working wood service. And so we're going to have to go out and buy wood. So what is the fair value of wood? So you got the face cord. The face cord is supposed to be 2 feet by 8 feet in length and 4 feet high. A face cord, an average price will be right around $75. Now this is going to be depending on where you're at. If you're in the middle of the desert and there's no trees around you, it's going to be a little more expensive. But the average cost, I would say, for people buying firewood normally on a regular basis, for a face cord that's 2 feet by 4 feet in height, 8 feet in length, is about $75. I got people here. I live in Moore County. I live close to Southern Pines, which is a big golf resort. And so, they have all these rental houses that have fireplaces in them and stuff like that. I got people pushing face cords for $170 per face cord. That's ridiculous. $75. If anybody ever tries to get you a face cord, any more than that, you need to be telling you that they're ripping you off. Now, delivery service, stuff like that, this is just for the wood alone. A full cord of wood, that's 4 by 4 by 8, 4 feet in height. A full cord of wood, you should be spending someplace between $120 and $180. And again, that depends on your location and the scarcity of wood. So I wouldn't pay more than $180 for a full cord of wood. But if you're going to be buying firewood, buy in bulk. And you can make a deal with the person. The more cords you get, the cheaper the price gets. I know this guy who starts out at $150 per cord. Every cord you add to it, he takes $10 off of each cord of wood. And so we will buy 4 cords of wood. This year, we're going to buy 4 cords of wood, split it with somebody. They'll get half. We'll get the other half. And it'll be $110 per cord, which is pretty cheap.
Sounds great.
Sounds great. Fantastic. Now, there's other ways to get wood. Don't like me laugh.
You could chop your own.
You can chop your own. You can get it off your own property. Most people have dead trees, or they can age wood to work for their. But it takes chainsaws. It takes a splitter. It takes an axe. It takes a lot of hard work to do that. Most people will just buy wood and let other people do the work for them. Anyway, so check into your local resources. If you have any local public parks around you, you can talk to them. You can go on Amazon, and most of the time you hit free. You'll see free wood inside there. You can get
Amazon,
Craigslist.
Apparently, we're going fancy with our wood this year.
Craigslist.
Amazon 2-day delivery.
Yeah, Prime.
What can Brown do for you?
Prime firewood. And so go on a Craigslist, and usually they have free wood on there, but you'd have to collect it, cut it yourself.
Facebook as
yourself.
well. The
Facebook,
marketplace on
is a
Facebook.
good place. But if you're looking for something, like I said, go to your public places, go to your public parks. Give an example. We live close to Fort Bragg. I can go on to Fort Bragg and pull a permit to retrieve dead wood. And this is wood. These are trees that have fallen over already. So they're already dead on the ground, so they're already seasoned. And all you got to do is retrieve the wood. That's cut it up, put it in your truck or your trailer, and haul it back. The price for a half a cord of wood, that's a face cord, is $5. $5. That's $10 for a full cord of wood. There's really no limit because Fort Bragg is so huge that the wood is plentiful. And with the storms that come through, trees fall down all the time, and we can get wood that way. And I'm thinking next year we're going to cut our own wood.
Sounds great.
She's not going to cut wood.
I will supervise and provide beverages.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds
good.
about right.
So we ran through two cords of wood last year.
Just under it, but yeah.
So that would be $20 for 2 cords of wood.
Yeah.
Like what we're going to pay $220 for this year.
Gotta save that money.
Gotta save that money. But that's what you should do for your firewood. So hopefully we gave you some good ideas on to what to do as far as winter coming. I strongly urge you guys to sit down, make a list of all the things that need to get done now to prepare yourself for winter up and coming. So tell me what kind of comments we're getting here.
I'm fixing to kill you.
Who's fixing to kill me?
Me.
Why?
Kill you. They're just filling in full spectrum.
Oh, okay.
So, he said hi.
Hey, Brad.
And I said I was here messing things up.
Yeah. Every time she says something like,
I can't stop looking at him.
Every time she interrupts, I get lost in what I'm talking about, and it's like, yeah, we're talking about wood. But that's pretty much it. So Megan wasn't supposed to be on this late at night, but we're gonna go ahead and do something. We're gonna do our giveaway right now.
Oh, we have a giveaway?
We have a giveaway.
I was gonna be in bed by this point, so
yeah.
Yay, giveaway!
But we're gonna do a giveaway. Now we're gonna do something different this time.
Oh God.
We haven't done this before.
Participation.
We got this bucket behind us, this yellow bucket. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, let me get it out. Here's the bucket.
We get classy up in this joint.
Classy.
We got the kitty litter bucket.
The tidy cat bucket right here. And we're going to call this the Barter Bucket giveaway. And so what we're going to do each time we have a live stream is you're going to reach in the bucket and pull out an item. And that's the item the person can win.
Okay.
Now they can put the item back and choose another item, the second item, but they will have to take that second item.
Okay.
And so that's how the Barter Bucket system is going to work. Now, the only way that you can qualify to be in the Barter Bucket is you have to be subscribed to the channel. Okay. So if you're not subscribed now and you want to win this giveaway, right now is the time to subscribe. And so by the time we send this item to you, you have to be subscribed to us. So now we just need to figure out how we're going to choose the person we're going to give something away to. It could be a question. It could be...
Don't look at me. I was supposed to be in bed. This is your deal.
Okay. It could be something we talked about. So here's the question. Okay, the first person to answer this question right will get something out of the Barter Bucket. What are the dimensions of a full cord of wood? The first person to get that, let me know.
You can have him, Brad.
Don't tempt me.
Troll Slayer was the first one.
Vena Troll Slayer.
I didn't know how to say the
4
first
by
one.
8. Vena. Won it. Okay, now.
Yes, Tanya.
Megan can ask. Oh, yeah, you can ask Megan. Do you know what's inside this bucket?
No.
Have any clue what's inside this bucket?
I don't even know what's in this room, much less what's in that bucket.
So everything inside here is for barter in an SHTS situation. Now, I want you to reach into this bucket.
I am so terrified right now.
Go down deep and pull something out.
That's what she said.
We'll see what Vena. We'll see what Vena.
Oh God, I'm sorry if it sucks.
Oh Lord. It's not kitty litter.
Oh, I got a box.
She got a box.
I got a box.
What's in the box?
It's not kitty litter, yeah. I thought you were gonna take it. That's why I'm holding it like an idiot.
Oh, what's the box?
They are biodegradable bamboo sporks, and now I gotta hold this till the camera adjusts because I can't see if you can see it.
Right here.
Oh, why is yours good but mine's delayed?
Because that's the actual live feed that's coming in off of YouTube.
So, because I've opened them. So basically, they're sporks. This is a set of 4 of them. A little spoon.
And what kind of usefulness will we get out of these?
Us personally?
Yeah.
Well,
in an SHTF situation. Or
I mean, our kid
whatever.
eats with his fingers, so I figure we can too.
So it's a fork spoon combo. It's got a serrated edge on it for cutting stuff. And if
it's not very focusy.
It's not very focusy. But
I just like the way they feel.
They're also biodegradable, so if you lose them,
it's okay.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Sylvana.
She said those are different.
Those are different.
They're not mealworms. I swear to God, I would have thrown them in his face if I pulled bugs out of that thing.
Yeah. So you can have a choice. You can keep this item, or you can go for item number 2. But if you go for item number 2, whatever she pulls up, you have to take it. Tell me what you want. You want to keep it, or you want to go for another pull?
Which one? Thank you.
What do you think she's going to do?
I don't know. I don't know them like you know them.
What would you do?
I would keep them because I think they're cool, even if they're not necessarily like the most useful item ever.
Yeah, but you don't know what's inside the barter bucket.
I don't, but I also like playing it safe.
Yeah. Would you ever barter for something like this?
Probably
like,
not.
It would be a barter item?
Not really.
No.
I don't know. It's one of those things when you want to feel like a person again.
Well, say, you haven't used utensils.
She's going to keep them.
You're going to keep them?
Yay!
Okay, all right. So we're going to pull another item out and show you what you didn't win.
What? That's harsh.
It's not harsh. It's the game. It's part of the game.
Harsh. But then they're going to know what's in the bucket because it's going to have to go back in the bucket.
That's fine. We're going to go through what's in the bucket anyway. So.
Okay.
All right. Don't poke yourself.
Asshole. A urinal! Yay! Forks are so much better than a pecan.
All right. So you did not win the personal.
Can I make it into a snail?
You want to make it into a snail?
Yeah, look at it. If you lay it down,
don't
it looks like a snail.
It does look like a snail.
Look, and we're sort of back.
So urinal can for tight spaces being stuck in some place. Let's say you were in an SHTF situation.
It's just what I don't need.
And there was an outbreak of something, the flu, and we're stuck inside this room. We got positive pressure coming out because we've made this room a safe space. And we can't leave the space. You got to go potty.
I'm going to be peeing in this, honey, because it's going to be a lot easier for me.
Smart woman. You need that pool noodle to go around that so you can sit on it.
Have a nice little seat.
That is Vana. Just send me an email, breakawayhomesteader@gmail.com. Give me your address. I will send you some of these cool sports.
I like them, and they feel cool. Don't come back in here.
Well, I'm going to send her own set. Those are for us. We're going to keep our own stuff.
Oh.
But I'm going to buy them. I'm going to send her a set from the website.
He said it was a good answer.
Yeah.
She said the bucket, too.
Yeah. So that is the giveaway of the barter bucket. And next time we have a live stream, we'll do it again. Sound fun?
You're looking at me while you're talking.
Oh, God.
You wanted me to come on. Here I am.
Okay. So the last thing I want to talk to you guys about tonight was this program here. There is a program.
I'm tapping out.
All right, tap out.
I love you.
I love you too, babe.
Bye, everybody.
Megan.
You can have your keyboard and your mouse back.
Oh, fantastic.
You're welcome. I love you.
I get my own space.
Are you going normal time in the morning?
Yeah. Let me kiss.
I love you.
Love you too.
Have fun. Don't stay up too late.
Right. So, There's this thing called the Urban Organic Gardener, and it's brought on by seedsnow.com. Now, it's a separate website, and it's a separate thing. And what it is a subscription into seeds. And what they'll do is they'll send you seeds every month, some information, and some other stuff with it. Now, this is the third month that I've been subscribed to this program, and it's time to call a keep it or throw it out type deal. And so what is inside this package here? So you have an information sheet on seed pods. And so in every package, and this is the package size, it's nothing great, you get seed pods. You get 10 seed pods to the little Jiffy pot seed pods. Instructions on how to use those seed pods. And then on the back side, it tells you about the seeds that you're getting for that particular month. Now, what they're supposed to do is send you seeds that are in season, that you plant at that time on that month for the season that it is sent to you on. And so the seeds that I got for this month are Swiss chard, rainbow, no focus there, Swiss chard, rainbow, got 25 seeds, Kuroda carrots, lettuce, butter crunch. That'll focus. Yeah, butter crunch. Broccoli, Romanesco. This is that cool, funky looking broccoli. It's in big spirals. And mugswort. So the little information sheet says Romanesco Italian broccoli. It gives you directions on how to plant, how many seeds to plant, how far apart to plant the seeds, making rows. Old Italian heirloom variety that produces excellent yields of beautiful, unique green broccoli heads. You got the butter crunch lettuce, a compact butterhead type lettuce, very productive. One of the only heat tolerant lettuces or varieties. The Kuroda carrot, very popular Asian carrot, suitable for home garden and market growers, grows well in raised beds and compact spaces. The Swiss chard, which is rainbow. So chard leaves in shades of red, orange, purple, yellow, and white, perfect for salads or steamed greens. And then also they provided a pack of Epsom salts to provide nutrients for your plants. And the last thing, which is not in here, they give little stick markers for your plants, 10 of them, little plastic markers. And so that's what's in the package. The package is $10 plus shipping. It roughly goes to about, let's say, $14 total. Now, I've been doing this for 3 months now, and I'm going to be quitting this program. The reason why is because it's not for me. This is the reason why I say it's not for me. This is the Urban Organic Gardener. And what they do is they send these seeds to people who live in urban environments. They live in, they're gardening off their balconies. They're gardening off the roofs of their apartment buildings, so on and so forth. They have very small yards. And what I would like to see is not an urban organic gardener, but a country organic gardener. This is not enough seeds for me to really do a whole lot of anything with, other than plant a single row of whatever they're sending me. I mean, 25 seeds of Swiss chard is it's not gonna provide enough for the size garden that we're putting out here. And so I will be quitting this program. It's been interesting to see what they're doing, but I will be quitting this program. But that's just a quick review of what they came out with this month and my points of view on it. They send Epsom salts, which are, it's a source of magnesium for your plants. And there are very few plants that have a deficiency in magnesium. One would be peppers. The other one would be tomatoes. Just a couple other plants. So them sending you this magnesium every time for stuff that doesn't even need magnesium, like carrots, it's kind of pointless. To me, it's kind of a waste of money because I could have gone to the Dollar General and gotten all these seeds for less than $5 and a whole flat of seed starter pots for $5 and still would have been cheaper than that. But if you're in an urban environment, this would probably be perfect for you for your thing, for your space. But let me see what's going on in the comments here. See Dean's in. Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you can. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed Megan on the show. She probably will come back on. I wanted to show her what live was like and that maybe she'd enjoy it, and she did enjoy it. I'm trying to get her into the groove and trying to get her into actually making videos because she does have an input. A wife has the most input on a homestead family, hands down, because they're always right. So I'll just leave it at that. Checking some stuff. Good night, Megan. A breakaway program divided between you. So Megan needs to come back. Show some love. Hit the thumbs up. See Dean's on board. Hey, see Dean. It's too expensive for those seats. I agree with you, Sybil. You can go to any country store or any feed store and get seeds for a lot cheaper and a lot more seeds at the same time. So happy wife, happy life, Tanya says. That's true. And Katie says, I'm a smart man. And Sybil says, laugh out loud. So that's pretty much our show for tonight. We wanted to go over the fact that winter is coming. And we're in second summer right now. So right now is the time to Right now is the time to plant your seeds if you plan on working into that second summer. If you're below the Mason-Dixon line, you can pretty much replant your tomatoes. You can start planting your winter crops early to get them in a larger size. So when winter comes around, they'll be in production size. But right now is the time to plant cucumbers, some other stuff. Check out second summer. So winter is coming, whether you like it or not. Now is the time to prepare for it. So get your thinking caps on. Sit down with your spouse or significant other. Have a family meeting and write a list down of all the things you need to get done before winter. And as we do these things here, when I fix the well, when I fix the piping, when we get our wood and we stack our wood, I'll bring you along on that ride and get you guys videos on that. So that's my show for tonight. We'll be on again next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll talk about more homesteading and prepper stuff. You guys have a good night and have a great week. Night.